Fielded it cleanly barehanded and threw out the runner. Elk Grove, California sophomore Nolan Stevens takes a first pitch fastball over the outside corner. Sullivan to left field, Hines to right. And 2.
Stand by going over the top. 8-foot fence all the way around. 8-foot fence around the perimeter. Cool in the backyard.
Only 2-0 lead over Manhattan, trying to sweep this series on opening weekend from the Jaspers. Mississippi State leading Manhattan 2-0.
Okay, wow.
Two sliding doors on the rear. There's also a door on the D side. Be advised, there's a door on the D side as well. Moving towards the target location now. There's also a door on the D side. Be advised, there's a door on the D side. I'd want to go on the Camaro. Yeah. Corner and then D side.
Back out, he'll work to Trevor Hansen, who was at the plate when Ryan Lordier was picked off of first to end the top of the first. He makes the play. Hansen hit it well, but out to center field. And one down to lead off the second.
You see Simmons changing up the approach.
And here's Tyler Galletti with one down here in the second. Galletti went 2 for 3 in the first game on Friday, had a double, drove in a run, went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in the second game, so took the hat trick. Swings through that, and the count 1-1.
Yeah, nice slider from Simmons.
Season, the sophomore year, and that had a 1-1 record of 4.81 earned run average. Team Simmons, that's his second of the day, located that fastball at the knees on the outside corner.
And get those 93 low in the zone.
Michael Avalon at Pearl River Community College. He struck out 6 in that 22 season. Michael Durantis, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Stone Simmons. And we go to the bottom of the second here and go to the bottom of the second.
Yeah, I'm not counting that thing though.
We just don't want to be in front of the pool.
And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Stone Simmons. And we go to the bottom of the second here and go to the bottom of the second.
We had any information?
Mark for Chris, which means we have access to this, so we have to report. Okay, let's just ask him if we can. Yep.
Well, we got the bottom of the second inning here in Starkville, Mississippi State with a 2-0. Your Reeves against Joseph Duffield. Threw 34 pitches in the first inning.
Okay. Do you understand that your comfort isn't a factor in the law, and that the law allows you to enter the house?
Chops out one.
Another guy just had to battle injuries his whole career.
First at bat in game 1 of the doubleheader, earns a spot in.
Which is forceful.
Whether it be Lordier or Silva, the shortstop, the middle.
And this one hit in a place where it was going to be very difficult to throw out down.
Up on the play is the shortstop. And Charlie, you go back to that stolen base in the first inning by.
It's the leg kick.
Makes it really tough for a catcher. Detroit that it is here today.
Yeah, she's about 10 degrees colder with a big pile.
39 at game time, 33 with the wind chill.
30-degree weather.
come in to score. Cup is on his way to second. He's got an arm.
Fair. Right over the base.
Stephen Rosen, the head coach, going to come out to home plate and talk to Michael Durantis, the home plate umpire. They've already burned one. And right down the line. And now Sawyer Reeves will bat.
Brandon Bennett.
If you can keep that bunt on the grass, a foot and a half of fair territory, all sent into right center, ranging in his tacklers.
Took a couple of been able to work on.
Easy hop, flips it across in time for the out. Cups takes third base and now fly out to right field, a ground out to short. It leaves it up to.
Where's he going? I don't know if one of us should go to the front. Because you feel you might be aiming and betting future.
Here's a 1-1. His third strikeout strands that runner at third base. Bulldogs add a run though. And Mississippi State has a 3-0 lead over Manhattan.
I'm all good.
And now you're definitely not. I told you if you didn't want anything to do with this, you should come out of the house and you'd be like, oh.
Will lead off. Aiden Katzman. They had runners at the corners of State score. Now they count 2-2. And here's strike three called. Mayer.
But you go back, Mark, in 22, the pitching issues are well documented. But if you look, you lose about 350 of them when those two go down.
And so then 2023 says. And so you're unable to come back and unable to get going and had to have further surgery. Well, you've had 3 years where you really haven't been able to pitch at all. You think about how many guys would have Mississippi State and Starkville wanted to hang around and play baseball and fly ball down the right field. Coleman had a really good
Had an injury.
And strike three called at the knees on the inside corner. So Mayer and Katzman both go down looking. Aiden Tacklish, who flew out to center field to start the ball game.
Here.
And Stinnett was
Just facts.
the 1-0. And now Justin Parker going to come out and have a word. Justin Parker going to go out, maybe see if there may have been some kind of cross up there on Friday. And one of the issues last year for Mississippi State was games early, opportunities to work people in last year early in the season. State hit 19 guys and had players some playing time on opening day on Friday. Here's a 3-0.
Know how many guys you can trust to go to them.
Pitch just down and in, and that's ball forward. A 2-out walk. Second walk of the day issued by Stone Simmons. Now, okay, you start thinking about, as a fan and as a broadcaster, games go on further and further and further. But if it is a double-edged sword, Parker, the pitching coach we saw just a moment ago, has done a great job now in his second year. They match up down in Hattiesburg against Southern Miss. And so it's just trying to put pieces of the puzzle by Sawyer Reeves backing up on the play. Highfield had a good pitch to throw on, and the runner Tacklish dead meat with the throws on target. 0-2 the count. Silva, the batter, he walked his first time up.
Down just a tick, but still looking good as he hits 50 pitches.
Talking about State being on the road on Tuesday, playing down in Hattiesburg. That's a 6 o'clock start Tuesday night.
Not everything. Apparently, the minimum. We don't. Anything directed to me goes straight to me.
Into center field and right at Bryce Chance. And 3-game series. Bulldogs have won the first two and lead 3-0 in the middle of 3.
I'm being careful. He's looking at the camera. He's fine, by the way. When we're done, I hope you guys write us a review. What I hope when we're done. Hey.
Hey, you could say something.
Yeah, but then it might alert him that I was about to come in the room.
Well. Whew.
Yeah.
It already hurts.
Listen, you can get back to your only in a few minutes.
The third, Noah Sullivan going to work for Manhattan. Sullivan had an RBI.
He's picked up 89 on that fastball.
Here's a 1-1. Oh, able to get it across and hit hard into center field and ranging over in a sliding catch by Cruz. Hunter Hines takes a breaking ball down.
Rained a lot and rained hard. Guess you don't get many tornado warnings in the Bronx.
2-1.
Confirmed tornado in the Bronx was in 2010.
Really? Thought it would have been longer than that. Talked about this on Friday. Manhattan, of course, has moved over into the Bronx. Near Riverdale community. Change speeds, Hines. What?
You make sure it's all locked up, right? Yeah. Like center window, every window.
You opened up the center window, so yeah, I'll close that one.
Getting fooled on the change up there, but in your year has been a mainstay at the top of the lineup for the Yellow Jackets.
A 1-2 count.
She's throwing what she wants in the location.
Sophomore righty steps up for the first time this afternoon. 9 ball games for Tech. We got temperatures in the low 40s here on the Sunday afternoon. Overcast skies, so blanket.
For you.
That is in a nutshell, yes. Give it 24 hours, it'll change dramatically. Tech trying to get on base for the first time here in the top of the first against Chafin. And here comes the payoff pitch. In there, strike 3. Chafin strikes out his
Strikeouts 3 different ways. You saw one with a changeup and a curveball right there. The screwball.
Why does it say QNC on you? Elmo loves you, Mr. Roger Federer, even if you don't know your alphabet yet.
Touch the radio, do it so exceptional. I got to be me. I got the Genesis G70 and new G80. Select eligible.
It starts in darkness. This is a story of coffee and company. The Starbucks you love is ready. Hello again.
The SEC is now 16. More wooing, more putting horns up, and lowering the boom. This is the SEC. And now,
half of the first inning here in Starkville. No score yet as the Bulldogs will be at the plate, and they will face
Coach Morales always is looking for the right matchup. Going with a lefty here who's going to be mid-60s. He can throw a changeup.
Ball 1. Mississippi State, the Bulldogs have won 7 straight. That's outside ball 3. Sacco, 7 straight. That's outside ball 3. Sacco leading off. Leading hitters a year ago for Indiana has seemingly picked up where she left off this year.
Yeah, an all SEC performance last year. And Sierra Sacco right now hitting 500.
She's on base yet again.
Last year, and Sierra Sacco right now hitting 500.
She's on base yet again. Has made a living at getting play for out number 1.
Now for Barbary to come up after seeing 4 straight balls to Sierra Sacco in the at bat before, maybe see a little bit more.
Strike 1. Sales, a junior from Jasper, Texas, 5'6" right-hander. This year has been an everyday starter so far for head coach Samantha Ricketts. Has been really good offensively.
She had just been lights out in practice. Her pitchers are glad that they don't have possibly a timing violation on the hitter.
That's
the clock.
Pop up off the bat of Blaine will go out of play. Just technically go down in the books as a strikeout looking.
Okay. I was going to ask you in commercial.
So base does damage on the base.
Your runner into scoring position is a big deal as Coach Morales comes out. Looks like she may be
A conference here.
Looks like she may be
A conference here among the umpires.
anything intentional, just falling over the plate and getting in the way of the catcher out of the box. But I think
With Blaine at the plate.
the box. But I think
With Blaine at the plate. Blaine goes downstairs, hits that one into right. Goes downstairs, hits that one into right.
this Georgia Tech outfield, Coach Morales was talking about how well.
Blaine hits one hard towards the gap in left, but she does get State on the board first. In the first.
Jessie Blaine walking. Jessie Blaine, another double to her name.
One DP for the Bulldogs.
She's still really having a great weekend on both sides of the
The gap and right, that's going to be over there.
Deacon Lexi Sosa not only getting it done in the side, a great location if you're a pitcher, but Lexi Sosa was sitting on that pitch and
Wants to keep it going. And she has been on opposite field as Morgan Bernardini, a junior out of Illinois, steps in to face Caulfield for the first time. Comebacker run, the biggest hit of all. Dogs on top by 3 after 1.
Getty night? You sure can.
really.
Ultra Oxy. One of the toughest stains with 50% more cleaning power than liquid detergent. Any further questions? Nope.
Big moments. Because good. Mom, I need to lay low for a couple days. It's too.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson today.
Early 3-0. Oh, it's season, but still didn't finish the way they.
Always firing on all cylinders, has a deep pitching set, ball and play, make things happen, and not as streaky. So I think fundamentally more sound
this year in 2025. The Bulldogs scored 3 runs on 2 hits.
Back to that changeup, and we talked about it in the open. If that's going to be a tough day in the box.
So no one on and one gone. All Texas batting an even 200 on the year. So at bats has scored once against Raylan Chafin, who has really been finding the strike zone well, as she does right there.
And it's hard to have a plan against a pitcher that can really effectively hit each zone.
Swing
that she was able to get Edgman on in the previous at bat. Just
the pitcher of the week after what she did on opening weekend in that tournament in Clearwater, Florida. And then she came out.
Opening weekend, she went 4-0 and didn't give up an earned run.
Crazy.
And set that bar high.
Martineau velocity pitches the last 2 offerings.
Pitchers on like Chafin is.
It's another 1-2-3 inning for Chafin and the Bulldogs. They lead Tech by a score of 3-0. Tech by a score of 3-0.
Big moments.
Whoa, think you wanna
Moments.
Whoa, think you wanna get that. Gotta get that. Gotta coming back for more. Let's go. Yeah, wow. Select eligible owners can lease the Genesis GV70 for $359 per month, exclusively at your South Florida Genesis retailers.
What are we doing today, Coach?
It's understanding.
I meant checking on how we can help save our customers money on their car insurance.
And whether they
Far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me.
We are back in Starkville, bottom of the second, all Bulldogs. For Samantha Ricketts to the Bulldogs last year.
To go 500 in the SEC. Coach Ricketts has really done a great job of developing players and putting them in.
And quickly one gone as the Jackets have sent in a brand new pitcher as Furness comes on.
A little bit harder than what we saw with Cofield, around 68 miles per hour. She's got a heavy drop, but really strong.
The one hop throw, not in time. Infield single.
In the outer safe. Mississippi State getting a base runner on with Riley Hull.
To a bit of a slow start offensively, but has had some good at-bats here this weekend. Out number 2.
Emma Simon, just a freshman playing shortstop, goes deep into that 5-6 hole and just drives off that back leg. Is what Coach Morales.
There for State. Runner on in scoring position. Was the 8th time that she's been walked this week.
Shown patience.
Was the 8th time that she's been walked this week.
Shown patience. She's seen 7 pitches and 7 balls.
Still a hitter's count for Sack. Hull at second, Sacco on the year, 10 runs driven in, 13 hits, and 2 on for State.
Just finding a way on base is what Sierra Sacco does, but Furness, that one just...
Barbary hits one the opposite way, foul, and off the netting. Swinging at the very first pitch now, and both that over a Tech gets out of it unscathed. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on base.
Expired. 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 Thanks, Aunt Bonnie. It's a lot of...
Get more with Geico.
Good morning. I want to engage the team. I want us to think really big on this one, guys. I want to close this deal. Wow. Yeah. I'm a winner. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a winner. Wow.
Dominating in the circle, the changeup there, the curveball there, whatever she wants to throw, she is throwing it where she wants to throw it. She's just been dominating. That changeup's looking good, but she's doing it in all sorts of ways.
For 2025 season and her Mississippi State debut, including that 4-0 weekend, as Brittany just mentioned last weekend. Patterson and Simon, the 7 and 8 hole hitters, Chafin, has allowed only 3 earned runs, struck out 4 times. Already 5 wins in the circle. What'll be intriguing to see is what kind of adjustments will Tech hitters make for anything. They came up and they said, if the first pitch is...
We're seeing Georgia Tech already starting to make some adjustments, starting the game up with 6 strikeouts. We've seen go before them.
The aforementioned freshman shortstop, Simon, far off. Yeah. Look at you pulling out.
That was a good hold right there. And a 1-2 count. Simon, as a freshman, too, not pushing or pressing your...
Could be trouble, and it is. Drops in. Plus, you got a ball that comes in from the bull.
No. Not sure why he would kill the play with the ball coming onto the field. But it looks like that's what happened. But I'm pretty sure Simon would end up on second base regardless.
Yeah, it's going to be a standout double anyway. What a great...
Wish that just let the ball play out, because if you're Georgia Tech, Mississippi State's got to still throw in through the cutoff. Georgia Tech would like to cut into that lead and take advantage of these opportunities.
Vukadinovich at the plate for the first time today, 9-hole hitter, a lefty, next circle. Come out of the bullpen. The ball's not in play. You don't have runners
in the same area too.
Right, it's right there. And what are the odds of that happening again? I'll tell you what. Fukuchi with her first base runner of the afternoon. Vukadinovich, a really good runner. And that ball was hit so awkwardly off.
They're going to put the ball in play, force the defense's hand, and then their speed.
Vukadinovich, back-to-back base hits for Tech. Top of the order, top of the third. Gottlieb takes on a Gottlieb. The starting right.
And just caught the defense out of position there. And Coach Morales said, allowing Simon to come off as far as she wants. Barbary throw is not
The right call for the right situation.
right. Pull in your first baseman covering the bunt. Edwards, your shortstop's going to second with first.
He's at the plate now. It was hard to see, too, if Barbary bases loaded for is already down 0-2 in this at-bat.
Yeah, a point of emphasis coming into this weekend for the Yellow Jackets is
tagging but unable or unwilling to get further down that line from third base is Simon. So a big out there for State.
Smart hold at third base by Simon.
Time up against Chafin. And a strikeout looking at the knees for a strike.
And that game plan changes from at bat.
2-run score, and Tech has sliced the Bulldog lead down to 1.
Top of the third inning, getting runners on, making things happen up the middle, bases loaded with 2 outs, bringing 2 to Tech doing their
for a 2 RBI cleanup hitter. A lefty faced Chafin for the second time.
Yeah, I think so. And I think we're not just allowing her to throw whatever she.
A 1-run ball game. A 1-run ball game. That one's here now, 7 of 29 at the plate. 1 double, 6 singles. A base hit here would more than likely give Tech the lead time. But a huge base hit for Tucker as
Georgia Tech cuts.
What you looking at, babe?
Cars on cars.com.
What's wrong with this one? Ciao, Bella.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Important to him.
And how do we do this?
We help with car.
Oh,
RV coverage.
great. Apply coverages. Because you never know what life is going to surprise you with at 90 miles per hour.
Did Coach say 90?
Push him out there.
Stop advertising your servers to...
You want for just $9.99 online. Because any pizza with any crust and any toppings means you can order the pizza you've been dreaming of. All for the dream price of $9.99. The dream pizza deal at Domino's.
Artful here for the home half of the third inning.
Names up there with the SEC. Still taking a little bit to getting used to, but that is
Nice at bat right here. Kiara Sells hits one hard to the gap in left center field, and she'll have a stand-up double to begin the home half of the third.
incredible start her junior year. She's aggressive and she just hit after giving up the 2 runs in the previous inning.
Sells runs at second RBI. The Bulldog catcher 1 for 1 so far today. Now batting .350 for a finish in the SEC. I mean, teams like Alabama and Kentucky picked to finish.
It's like the national rankings, basically.
Yeah, and then you got Auburn and Mississippi State picked when there were 11 teams, 13 teams in the SEC. And it brings up Lexi Sosa, who has had 3 home runs on the weekend. This was her at-bat in the first inning.
That pitch low and away, she golfed it out of here. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. It doesn't matter if it's 40 degrees outside.
Coming this weekend at the Snowman Tournament. Yeah. 4 walks to go along with the 3 home runs, the double, and the 4. Georgia Tech has now thrown just over an inning of relief work. That ball going to be low and inside, counts 4. Sosa in her, and bases are loaded with no one out for Mississippi State.
If you're Coach Ricketts, you've got to really appreciate this dealing, and then they get into a little bit of trouble in the top half of this inning.
Coach Morales out there at a distance. There will with the bases juiced to no one out.
Yeah, in a one-run ball game. Still early in this situation. To me, it looks like the middles are staying back for now.
Downstairs, ball one.
You can drive in this.
0 for 1 today, grounded out and a strike.
All pulled back with the bases loaded.
Lyman saying essentially we're okay.
But right here, just playing the ball. But again, it's early in the game. A little bit more speed down the line with Bernardini and able to leg that one out. They're first and third with one out.
Team on where they will be positioned now as Edwards will step up for State. Bulldogs on top now by 4-2. Had a really good freshman season. Started almost every game of her freshman. Just batting a .79 here
on the season, so she has come up in situations with runners on base, and she's close.
I'm sure the mindset is just get something to the grass.
Yes. Throw from Patterson behind the plate, now second and third.
No damage is done, but this will now be the second circle visit of the inning. And this might end up being a pitching change. Yes, it will. So
retailers.
Here you leave today and enter.
A world of other worlds.
we are in the bottom of the third, and Star Tech pitcher is now in the ball game.
I give these hitters a different look than for
It's 1-1 deep to center field. Going back is Edgman. She makes the catch. This will drive home the run as Blaine tags and scores. Hull will be given credit for the sac fly. Home the run as Blaine tags and scores. Hull will be given credit for the sac fly RBI, and the Dogs are now back on that bat RBI, and the Dogs are now back on that bat you would expect from a veteran like Hull.
Absolutely.
Again, is now 1 for 14 at the plate. Fairly hard hit ball. RBI for the freshman Morgan Stiles.
You see the smile on her face. Sometimes it's not how way after giving up the 2 runs in the top half of the inning with the 3 spots so far.
That ball downstairs, blocked up well by Patterson. Field. So far this afternoon, Rise ball catches the upper half of the strike zone. Here up the middle, flip to second. That's all they need, and that will end the inning.
Derek! Hey, Mom, I need to lay low for a couple days. There's too much heat on this car.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Count on those who do.
If you switch, you can save hundreds.
That's great. You could buy more of that cologne we all love.
Same support to millions of men.
Progressive called me back about the
Love will keep us together.
Now for something you can both agree on. A Sleep Number smart bed is perfect for couples. The Climate 3 better sleep. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery and 0% interest.
As Tech finished middle of the pack in the ACC last year, I think
we talked about the SEC being deep. I think the ACC coming out early in cylinders for the Hokies and Florida State. What can you say about that?
offensively for Tech here in the top of the fourth. They trail by Glenn Chafin back in the circle for the Bulldogs.
A little bit more patient. Chafin not getting ahead, and ability to make high IQ adjustments within at-bats.
She faced, she has struck out just 1 batter since then. Leadoff walk issued by
Georgia Tech going to look for their own response here, and starting off with a leadoff walk is a good recipe for success for your offense to get something going.
Lillian Martineau, the DP for Tech, another limb up today. That was in the top of the second. And they called Martineau not getting in the box and getting set up in the first 10 seconds.
I think everybody might just be moving a little bit slower from the call.
There's the Chafin after issuing the walk to begin the inning, comes back and gets Martineau. You combine the velocity with that late movement.
Has and the ability to throw what she wants when she wants is when she's at her best.
Or getting ahead in the count. What's most key for her to
count? That's okay, but then when you fall behind 0-2, 1-2, we've seen her get strikeouts with the pick one level, one speed, but when you're behind,
the strikeout swinging.
And again, going back to the rise ball for right there where they have to go after it.
Simon, where she hit it down the line, and as soon as she did, the Bulldog right fielder was making it. The Bulldog right fielder was making a defensive play on the line drive off the bat. Fit out to left, coming over is Bernardini. She makes the grab and Chafin and the Bulldogs. She makes the grab and Chafin and the Bulldogs retire tag in.
And big moments. Because goodness comes in many flavors. Quaker, bring out the good.
Ruth! Listen, Jenna, I need to lay low for a few days.
What? Winning will be tough. That's why I brought in the E special.
Access to 24/7 claim support.
This video is
Let's make this easy!
You know, that felt a lot closer.
For car insurance made easy, get more with Geico.
This is the Snowman with her battle against ovarian cancer, tragically lost that battle later on in the year 2018. Since then, this tournament here, everybody unites to wear teal, which is the color for ovarian cancer awareness.
During her fight, and that inspiration still continues to this day, like you mentioned, with the reminder of an awareness to the terrible disease and education, and they're still involved. And Coach Ricketts does a great job of making sure that Alex Wilcox will always be a part of this program.
To your point, yes, they have made it one of their missions to make that nice piece of hitting there by Nadia Barbary. Pulls one in the left.
Now she takes that ball and drives it to the left side to get a leadoff runner on, trying to get.
She came on and got the final 2 outs in the 3rd inning for the Yellow Jackets. A double to left. On the year, 606 on base percentage. That's upstairs. Walk is issued.
The plate. They've scattered some walks across the board, even though a lot of them are swinging hot bats, but they're.
Ball 1. Barbary at second, Sells at first. Blaine. Noon already for Jesse Blaine. Time called momentarily as Patterson, the catcher, walks out quickly.
In the circle.
The zone to Blaine, make it 3-0. So Watts now really having a hard time.
And then be forced to give something up over the middle of the plate, but another walk there loads the bases.
Tech. Will soon pitching for Watts. So Tech will send their 4th pitcher into the circle to face the Bulldogs.
Because goodness comes in many flavors. Quaker, bring out the good.
Derek!
Hey, Mom, I need to lay low for a couple days.
Hi.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 2.99% APR for 7.
With the Geico app, you can check your policy on the go and get access to 24/7 claim support.
Easy. Get more with Geico.
The 6'2" senior Kinsey Norton be a right-hander for Tech, 4th different, and Sosa at the plate, who already has a home run.
Certainly in this situation, she's going to keep the ball down. She's got a good off speed. And you want to keep the ball in the infield here.
Nice job there. 2-run home run, her first time up, to make it at that time a 3-0.
Box way off the plate, almost baiting the pitchers to throw.
Sosa hits one hard and deep, and that, my friends, is a slam for Lexi Sosa. Give her 7 runs driven in on the day.
He's almost in disbelief. I mean, what can't she hit? We've already seen her go to the right side, but
a little too much credit there. 6 runs driven in today. Not quite.
And Norton did a great. My goodness.
Had an exit velocity. Lexi Sosa continues starter or reliever in the circle.
A lot of deep bats in that lineup, but Lexi Sosa showed some promise last year, not getting consistent at bats in her first year from UCLA. This year with the
of the at-bats.
And just to go back to the Lexi Sosa thing in the lineup when you have a pitcher that can hit that well for themselves.
Just gives you so much flexibility.
Yes.
In what you can do with your pieces on the field. Edwards hits one right.
The last thing you want to happen.
Has had a good weekend at the plate. And today she is 1 for 1. The 0-1 from Norton is downstairs. The Mississippi for this SEC versus ACC showdown. It's been all SEC Bulldogs here today as they have.
Hawks, they've been aggressive to pitches in the zone. Just quality at bat.
Grand slam from Lexi Sosa.
Who's the suspect?
Your wife.
I can feel when you're watching me. I like it.
If it is Catherine, do you really think you can do it?
Would you kill for me?
Black Rag.
Quality at bat. Grand slam from Lexi Sosa.
Get 3.9% APR plus 1,000 purchase allowance on a 2025 Cadillac XT5 and XT6.
70. Warrant for great bodily harm.
Smoking, hitting, and blinking.
In our area.
We're gonna need like a zillion of those.
1 zillion it is.
Hold on, I don't think it's a 4-way.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Here at WTF Cornhole, we have over 10 different ACLs. Tommy Sliker, Chad Hunt, Oscar Marina, Adrian Johnson. Over 4 different hybrid carpets to choose from. I can't forget your slow carpet and herringbone. Join the movement now at WTFcornhole.com and make them.
I can't move now. This is my lucky chair. Hey, you're in my lucky chair.
Miller's Ale House, where the fans go.
Copy, keep eyes in the back.
Here's a pistachio. Nestle in a brown sugar sauce with it.
No, there's nobody with that. No, my sister here, my nephew. We're trying out the effects and everything, getting prepared.
Okay, that's fine. I'm with a bail enforcement company, and basically, we have people who have failed to appear to court. This particular individual.
Donovich.
Oregon State, who had a ton of experience, started just about every game there, 3 years for the Beavers, played in the World.
Runners at the corners. There's a ball that's going to be off the glove. They do a good job of stringing together back-to-back singles.
They've accomplished that goal. Now it's time to start cutting into the lead. They're putting good barrels on the
3 hits. They're actually saying strikeouts, hit ball, but a bit of a late swing, and that'll not go away quietly.
No, they're a scrappy, gritty team, and their head coach is a fighter, and they just feel that energy. They're going to fight to the last out.
Off speed.
With 2 strikes, she goes back to this changeup that we saw a lot early in the game. You see how that ball just falls off at the end. Great movement, great location. Pulls the
today. Drew a walk her last time up, though, in the 4th. Addison and Leshper, first baseman. Side corner. And how they might match up well in conference play.
Have that one, and we haven't seen Sophia Voiles, who was that one last year.
Hands picked up by Hall, and still touch for.
Never seen her like this before. Whoa, you wanna get that, get that.
Select eligible owners can use the Genesis GV70 for $359 per month, exclusively at your.
Ever, but it's not forever, so get it before.
Our noses won't be ignored again.
At Total Wireless, we got your back every day. Others, not so much. Just look at the facts. We run on America's most reliable 5G network for as low as $25 a month. So fact that, right? We've got you covered. Get the facts.
Top half of the inning to stay alive for at least one more half inning. And she'll go to her bench here in the home half of the fifth and bring out a pinch hitter, Paige Erstis, a freshman who has gone 4 for 6 to begin her college debut or college career, is now at the plate here for the Bulldogs.
Not getting those consistent at bats, but her production remains consistent.
7 hits. 6 of those 10 runs have been driven in by at the knees for a strike. 1-2 the count on Ernstis, who in her first ever home at bat in a Bulldog uniform hit a home run. Ernstis batting, and the ball is thrown over the head of the first baseman.
Everything right in that at bat against a hot hitter, but it just drops in right behind you. I mean, that ball, you can see her taking it to the umpire. The ball was ripped because it hit the end of the...
Right?
Yes. She's come in, and aside from the Lexi Sosa, that she's a senior, she can flush it and refocus now at the top of the lineup.
The 8 that you just mentioned, top of the order, Sierra Sacco's out there. Pitch is high, and the count, a ball and a strike. Than Tech does, but 7 additional runs.
Quality at bats, putting balls into the gap, moving runners with sac flies, and setting.
Romero is taking off already. Takes a wide turn at second as that ball gets away from Patterson. One run, this at bat for State will end the game right here in the 5th inning, as that ball is going to be just off the outside corner. Count is now 4.
Edgman in center field is playing pretty shallow and shaded to left center field, a big gap from center to right field. Trying to stay warm over at first base. I'm sure she would have liked to sprint around the bases, try and warm up, but maybe she'll get an opportunity here.
Pitch and fouls it straight back for a strike. Knocked off North Texas and Bradley on Friday. Defeated Bradley in exactly what you would have hoped for if you're Samantha Ricketts and company. Simon was going to go with it.
Heads up play by Emma Simon, getting Romero coming in there, may have distracted a little bit. Young left side of the infield for Georgia.
Realizing that we have a chance to get the lead runner here and preserve this ball game. Instead,
has been doing her job in the circle. The miss hit just not falling into place behind her.
Ball comes in a very undramatic way, but they win it nonetheless in run rule fashion.
Clips that front, a great job in the circle, keeping the Bulldogs in it. Then the big bat of Lexi Sosa with the 2 home runs.
18th ranked Mississippi State 11, Georgia Tech 3. The Bulldogs run rule the Jackets, and they go 5-0 all the weekend here at the Snowman Alex Wilcox Memorial Tournament. For Brittany McKinney against the Yellow Jackets.
$59 per month, exclusively at your South Florida Genesis retailers. We love our new home. There's so much space. We have a guest room then, but we have ants. Thanks, Aunt Bonnie. It's a lot of help.
Made easy. Get more with Geico. Hey, it's me, your itchy, flaky scalp. I crave relief. New CeraVe Anti-Dandruff Hair Care. Developed free from common irritants and allergens with 3 essential ceramides and unique MIT-free pyrithione zinc. Now I'm looking flake-free and healthy. New CeraVe
Third time today. At Sprouts, our shelves are filled with for $9.99. That's right, get any crust with any toppings for $9.99 each online. This might just be our best deal yet. So,
T-Mobile home internet yet? Trim your hedge.
It's $35 a month with no price hikes. Bam! So you can bundle on T-Mobile's wireless 5G network. So all you gotta do is plug in one cord. T-Mobile 5G. Only like that.